Hello everyone and good evening. It's day 19 and tonight we're going to do the Chianti Classico. Now what we have here is a bottle of Famiglia Castellini. Okay, it's a Chianti Classico Reserva from 2015. It's an excellent vintage. Now James Suckling gave it a 93. He's one of the wine spectators out there. He's held in decent, good regard. The wine, when you buy a Chianti Classico, you're going to notice it has, here's the bottle, okay? On the back, you're going to notice it has a black rooster. Now, the black rooster, okay, came in years ago, and if you notice, this is an older bottle, a little bit bigger I had back, I just found, a 1985 Chianti Classico. And if you see the rooster on that, that's on the neck. Most of the times, you'll always see the rooster on the neck of the bottle. Now, the rooster is important because, see, what happened was there was one region of Chianti. The Chianti region, back in the 1800s and 1700s, was pretty much between Florence and Siena. It's a smaller area. And what happened was, with all the migration of a lot of the Italians migrating to America, if you recall, if you're my age or 50, 60, 70, even older, you remember the straw bottles. A lot of the Italians loved their Chianti, and they'd take the straw bottles. You'd see candles. People used to use them as candle holders. Well, anyway, the demand for Chianti got so great, and they said, well, listen, we're going to expand the Chianti region. They more than doubled it, almost tripled it. So the original growers, which was prized land. Chianti needs to grow the grape. It's a hilly land, good drainage. The roots don't get rot. It's a much better. So the Chianti Classicos, like I mentioned last night or 2 nights, it's hard to find a bad Malbec. If you get the Black Rooster on a Chianti Classico, you're going to get you got a very good chance of having an excellent wine. Okay, and the Classicos cost more. You can buy a bottle of like a the reasonable Ruffino, which is another interesting point. A lot of people are stuck on the Reserva Gold label, and it's like a snob. I want the Reserva Gold label. That's all I drink. Now, if you look at the regular Ruffino for $9 a bottle versus the one for $30, and if you take a look at the ratings on them. If it's a good vineyard, and because the $9 bottle will also be a vineyard, it just won't be a regular year poured. You might pay $9 versus $30. One might be rated a 90, and the other rated a 92. So it's triple the price, but it is what it is. And but the Ruffino, the reasonable Ruffino is good, and they also come in half bottles if you want to tone down your drinking. Now, the good vintages. You're lucky, blessed in a way, because these years we've had extremely good vintages. 2016, 2015, 2011, I think, and 10. All 96 and above, which is extraordinary. When you get an extraordinary 96 and above, like Robert Parker scores them, you might go 20 years without getting that. 55 was a great Chianti, 1955. You didn't get another good Chianti till 71. Then you got 79. Then you got 85. Then you got 90. So you can jump 10, 15 years. Here you just had 4 or 5 great years, extraordinary years. So it's a good thing to get. And now we're going to we'll pour this in. Now, normally if you go to a wine tasting, they're going to pour a little bit like this. It's like the snob. But, when you go to a wine tasting, you might be trying 30 wines. So you're only supposed to do a little. But that's not the case here tonight, okay? Because we're only tasting this one bottle. And, great aromas. Once again, I think I'm stuck between the cherries, the blueberries, and the chocolate. This is just like last night. But we'll add a little more in here. My sisters might say, hey, you're pouring too much of that in there. You got to slow down. But, hey. As it happens, it smells good. It looks good. Now, the aroma, we have almost some little nutty. See, Chianti, taste that again. It's got tannin. The tannins are there. Now, a Chianti brings the tongue to the top of your mouth, almost like a piece of cardboard sometimes. You know, you get like that. If your tongue touches the top of your mouth and wants to go there, that's the tannin taste you usually get with a Chianti, which you're supposed to brace it and love if you love it. And if you don't like it, we'll go to a Barolo. But that is a good, true Chianti taste. And when you're eating like a pasta, this Chianti, excellent with pasta, roast, vegetables, broccoli rabe, cheese. I mean, what Italian wine doesn't go with cheese? Now, we're going to pour a little more here just so we get a good taste. Now, and I did mess up again. I got to put something on here that reminds me to do a 20-second twirl. So we do the 20-second twirl. Now, when I was in college, when everybody was drinking Boone's Farm, Carlo Rossi Chianti was my game, okay? Get a jug of that last you a week. But, so I've always been kin to an Italian. I love Italian reds. Now, very good Italian reds you can get. Villa Antinori. Villa Antinori makes an excellent Chianti. He also makes a Pappardella, which is a little higher grade, sells for about $30. Then you have the Reserva Gold label I mentioned. And you can also get the other Ruffino, which drinks extremely well at a very reasonable price. And then you have Monsanto, and if you ever get a chance to have a Monsanto El Bugio, as they say, forget about it. It's unbelievable. Now, I wish you all a beautiful evening. I'm going to take a big, I think I'm going to drink a little more. That tastes good. Now, don't forget, exercise. 2-ounce pours, work the legs. Go down, sit in a chair, get up, go. Now with this, you might have a little piece of cheese, then you come back, maybe get a piece of chocolate. Chocolate works with this. And then a little piece of salami, piece of provolone, you know. You go back, you sit down, you get up, you sit down. I would say do it at least 7 times at 2 ounces, okay? God bless you all. Let's remember every night to pray and not forget the people that are saving us in the front lines, the hospitals, the nurses, the ambulance drivers, the police, our firemen. And we wish you all the best, and God bless you all. Thank you.